Well, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to our 3 planetary conjunction video again on this beautiful bright Monday. And today we are going to be doing the Sun Mercury Venus conjunction, which is probably the most typical, the most common conjunction people have. What does this actually mean then? I mean, is 38.6% of the population is acting the same way with this conjunction? No. Because you got to understand, depending upon what house this conjunction is in, is where it's first of all going to show its effect. The sign that this conjunction is placed in, since there are 12 zodiac signs, will again differentiate the meaning of the conjunction. The third way, whichever planet is holding the lowest degree or the lowest declination will have a different meaning based on that. So no, it's not same for everybody. So what I'm describing you here is simply the basic perspective of this. But to really understand what this conjunction is doing, you have to kind of like bring these 3 elements together. Okay? And as always, if you do not know if you have this conjunction and what other conjunctions you have, all the planetary placements, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects at the Speed of Light. And especially my conjunction book, you will see all the meaning of all the conjunctions that I'm going to be doing here on YouTube. So you can get a head start on that. And I actually wrote an article on Saturn retrograde, which is also on this link here under the article section. Because the Saturn just went retrograde yesterday, and it'll be retrograde till August 2nd or August 1st. I'm not sure. Just one of those days it'll just go direct. So wrote on that. So anyway, Sun, Mercury, and Venus. First of all, the reason why these 3 planets commonly found in people's chart as a conjunction is because these are the planets who are closely together in the orbit. Mercury is closest to the Sun, so orbits right around it. Venus is a little bit further out, orbits right around it. So this is why these 3 planets are always 48 degrees apart from each other. That's it. So most of the time people will have Venus in 12th from the Sun, 2nd from the Sun, maybe 3rd from the Sun, but that's it. And sometimes people will have all 3 of these together, 2 of these together. So a lot of people will have this in their birth horoscope. Perhaps even by like a 1 degree or 29 degree difference, but they're all in the same house. And obviously you got to know, degrees make difference. So if let's say Mercury and Jupiter are together in one sign, while Venus is far apart, because remember, a zodiac sign is 30 degrees long. Just think of it as 30 feet long zodiac. So if Sun or Mercury and Sun are like at, I don't know, 5 feet. And then Venus is at 25 feet in that 30 feet sign, it's not really a 3-planetary conjunction. Although all 3 of them are affecting that particular house. So Sun, as you know, represents our ego, our self-esteem, our confidence, our personality, our soul. Sun is a very bright planet, so it brightens everything that comes across Sun. Mercury is our speech. Mercury is our ability to communicate, learn, comprehend. Mercury is our playfulness, the child within us. Then Venus represents our ability to form relationships, our ability to love things. It represents our spouse, represents our girlfriend, females in our life that come in our life. It represents our ability to enjoy arts and media and creativity and culture and foods. So Venus is a very interesting planet in itself. So when 3 of these come together, what it shows is that a person will have a very charming personality. They love dazzling people with their conversations and their jokes and their flirtatiousness. These are the people who, express their communication and their artistic ability in a very bright way. Even as a lawyer, if you have this conjunction, you'll be like this person who walks in and brightens things up. You're this life of that office, life of that party. And especially, you got to understand this conjunction that I'm talking about. I'm talking if they're, closely conjunct together. You may be hearing this and you're really like, well, I don't really like forming relationships with people, but yeah, I am talkative. That's probably because Venus is far away. This is strictly if you have this within like 5 to 10 degrees of each other. And so these people, when they will communicate to have everyone notice them. They talk loud. When they love, when they're in a romantic relationship, they go all out type of people. Their soul has always wanted to, or gets influenced by arts and culture, communication. So internally, anytime you're around art, you get influenced by it. Your career, your life perspective, who you choose as your spouse, all based upon these external creative things. And you will not go for somebody, because Venus represents a spouse in general for both men and women, regardless of the fact if you're straight or not, shows that you will only be with somebody who is extremely communicative, creative, and dynamic. Even if, let's say, this conjunction is occurring in a sign like Virgo, okay, you are going to expect a spouse to be highly communicative and intelligent. You're going to expect the spouse to have a beautiful body, because Virgo is this beautiful feminine body. So you're looking for those things. Sure, in Virgo, you will look for a practical spouse. You don't want just somebody, on a beach from California. You want somebody from Harvard. You want somebody who is not only beautiful, communicative, but is smart. And they know what's up with the world. They know what finance is, how to budget things. So in a sign, it'll differentiate these things. But the bottom foundation will always be there. You're just simply expressing it through the sign of Virgo. Sign of Libra, if this conjunction creates a very creative person. Most likely you, if you have this conjunction in Libra, you're probably an artist. And you love to be in a relationship. These are the people who cannot live without a relationship. And like if this same conjunction is occurring in Aries, you jump into relationships too much. You're very dominating and aggressive in your ability to have a relationship with other people. You dominate conversations with people. You like to take a leadership role in every single thing that you do with other people. So in every way, there's a negative, positive, but then it's just expressing itself differently. Instead of arts and culture in Aries, you like more of sports and physical things. You love to go on a hike with people around you. You love to dance. You love to play sports. That's your ability to express yourself creatively. Your communication becomes very fast, very aggressive. So this conjunction mainly represents a very bright personality, and especially if Sun holds the lowest degree. So imagine both Mercury and Venus are sitting on this bright ball that is like lighting them up. So everybody recognizes them. So especially when Sun holds the lowest degree, regardless of what degree Mercury and Venus are, these people are the most expressive ones. They are the ones who are out there wanting to share their thoughts, wanting to share their art and culture with people. If Mercury holds the lowest degree, what happens is the element of communication, intelligence, becomes the foremost important thing in this. They would rather marry somebody who's not their type, but as long as they're communicative and intelligent and business-minded, they would go for that. Venus holds the lowest degree, they're going to look for more of beauty and art and creativity within the person. They're going to be very romantic, very sensual in this. Now, if let's say these Mercury and Venus are less than 1 degree away from Sun, less than 1 or 2 degrees away from sun, they're becoming burnt. They're like in heat. They're irritated. So what happens with these people, regardless of who's holding the highest or lowest conjunction, they get irritated with people very quickly. In a relationship, they'll get very irritated and frustrated because they do not know what a relationship is. Because Venus is being burnt. Because Venus is being burnt, you do not know what patience is in a relationship. You do not know what diplomacy is in a relationship. You communicate not knowing what you're saying. Your ability to comprehend things, your ability to grasp things and logically communicate that with people will be out of whack. You'll be like, saying things that may not make sense. You will expect people to believe what you're saying that may not make sense. So it becomes a very frustrated conjunction. So in a way, as easy of a conjunction it is, yeah, when it's close to sun, those frustration comes out. You will run into, like for a man, they will run into a woman who's highly competitive, highly aggressive, more of a masculine personality, because Venus is so close to a masculine giant known as sun. So whenever he wants to have that role of a man in a relationship, he'll find that frustrating because he's like, man, she does not want to do anything that I want to present to her as a man, because she's already has either done those things or she just doesn't like them because they're too feminine. So these are the things you will realize. If this is happening, in a feminine sign, there will be those feminine issues. But mainly, if they're in a normal, most of the time they will be quite far apart. Sometimes, yes, you will have this in a close conjunction, but most of the time it just shows a very charming, creative, talkative personality who just loves to engage in conversations with people of all types of conversations, especially when it relates to, culture and media and intelligence and intellectual things. Just a very, very bright personality. Okay. So guys, this was my analysis of Sun Mercury Venus conjunction. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And again, if you want to know where your conjunction is, all my books and consultations for that, check out the links here. And don't forget to read the article on Saturn retrograde. Otherwise, we'll see you on Wednesday with Jupiter aspects. Bye-bye.